Mr. Buddha, my name's Richard Dark. I'm with the San Andreas State Marshals. I'm looking to ask you some questions.
Sure. What do you want of me?
The observatory, you know what that is?
Yeah, I'll head there now.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There's two motherfuckers I gotta speak to? This is dramatic. Yeah, how we doing?
You're not too bad. I haven't seen you in a while, and you look different.
Yeah, it's called age, you know, makes you old.
Yeah, you look more refined, so follow me.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Boudram, 004 State Marshal Gunner Kane.
Pleasure to meet you, brother. Oh, what the hell is this?
The marshal office, sir. Any metal items to declare?
Yes. I'll go put it all in my car, and I will be right back.
Hey.
Nothing illegal, just personal items.
Of course.
All right, just step on through. All clear, perfect.
All right. That's a nice place. Goddamn.
Yeah, it's nice, huh? Just take a seat anywhere. Apologies about the chairs. We don't really have a budget anymore, so.
I don't judge, brother. You should see where I live.
Wait, Mr. Bunner. Thank you for coming down. Like I said on the phone, my name's State Marshal Richard Dog. This is State Marshal Gunner Kane.
Mm-hmm.
If it's okay with you, again, you're not in trouble or anything. I need to ask you some questions regarding some things. But are you okay if I do that on recording?
Sure. I mean, as long as you're not gonna fucking leak that recording to people who come asking for it.
I've never leaked anything in my life, so.
Yeah. Just ask your police department about that.
Well, don't forget, we're separate from the police department. So, Marshals leaked something of yours?
No, it's the PD. I'm currently battling for it, actually.
What exactly did they leak, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I spent a few weeks setting up a potential informant on my side who will help me break somebody out of jail. And in doing so, I offered this information to PD, and all I asked was in return is that this was never leaked to anybody. And they obliged, and what do you know? It's been leaked. Everybody knows I snitched.
Who did you break out of prison?
It was Cassie Carile. This was like a while ago. Yeah, this was a couple months ago.
Right, I remember. Yes,
yes.
Yeah. Question you bring her up. Okay. Well, like I said, you're not under it. I'm not going to Mirandize you. I mean, unless you're okay with it, but
I'm totally not going to fine with whatever you need, brother. You want to Mirandize me? That's totally okay.
It just makes my life easier, so I don't have to do anything again. All right. This is going to be State Marshal Richard Dart. This interview is going to be commencing at 1902 UTC on the 26th of May 2025. It's going to be State Marshal Dart. I'm going to be joined by Mr. Lang Buddha and State Marshal Gunner Kane. Mr. Buddha, at this time, you do have the right to remain silent. If you do or say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, will be appointed you by the state if available. You understand these rights I've written to you?
I understand my rights.
Okay, Mr. Buddha. Well, I brought you down for a few reasons. There's a few different things I want to ask you. The first thing is Rooster's Rest.
Oh, God.
You used to own that place, right, back in the day?
I still currently own the property, but it is shut down now, yeah.
Oh, you own the property?
Yeah, I mean, it's been my family for a long time.
Okay.
I never relinquished ownership of it.
Is it just you who has access to the property?
What is happening here? I believe so.
Okay.
CJ, what the fuck did you do?
You've come down here in good faith, so I'm gonna give that back to you and get straight to the point then, because I'll be honest, I didn't expect that answer, but okay. I appreciate the honesty. Have you been contacted by the terrorist organization known as the Faceless?
Okay. Is this interesting because I don't know Dark that well, so I can't even tell what angle this is. Like most characters I could just read. I actually don't know what he's trying to do here. I mean, what do you mean by contacted?
In any way, shape or form.
They have contacted certain individuals around me, directly contacted, like a phone call, like voice, face. To me personally, no.
What about a dossier?
What is a
manila
dossier? Is that a
folder.
file?
A file.
I mean, they've dropped certain things here and there again for the people around me. In regards to a certain snitching situation, but other than that, not really.
Why do you think the Faceless would be interested in Rooster's rest?
What? I mean, I don't. Are they?
Mr. Buddha, given you're the owner of the property, I'll inform you, which I think you're already well aware of, that the Faceless had put together a dossier of photographs proving that they have had Rooster's Rest under surveillance for some time.
Oh my god.
I believe it's very likely you were provided that dossier. That's why I'm asking why they would take such an interest. Why you think they would?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen this file, but if I were to, I guess, ponder this thought situation, maybe it's not Roosters. Maybe they're interested in me.
Okay, that makes sense. Why would you think they'd be interested in you?
Ooh, fuck! This is not what I was expecting. This is a crazy interview, Chad. This just took a very big turn. Wow. Well, if I'm being honest, probably over the Larry situation that happened a while back. We got to try to lie out of here.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one? Which ones are you aware of?
Well, I'm aware of the situation that occurred at the Orchardville slaughterhouse. And I'm also aware of when Larry had helicopters coming after him at the bodega.
Okay. So then are you aware of the... Oh my god, like what do we do here? Are you aware of the situation with Larry and this certain organization you mentioned?
Is it regarding certain allegations about Larry?
It started off as allegations until they were proven to be true, apparently.
Yeah, I'm aware, unfortunately. It's a very unfortunate situation.
Yeah, so from this specific situation, I had to take precautionary measures. In the attempt of protecting Larry and Skipper's life. And in doing so, I probably pissed off a lot of people, including maybe the said organization you mentioned, and maybe that's why they are monitoring me or surveilling me or whatever.
Well, speaking from somebody who's pissed them off too, I understand. But what measures did you take that pissed them off?
I mean, I guess I attempted to investigate like who they were and what the fuck they were doing. They probably didn't like that. Started asking questions. I spotted one a few weeks back on top of a rooftop. Tried to tail him. I think he noticed that I was tailing him, and I'm not a very good driver, so couldn't keep up.
Where was that?
This was, I don't know, probably maybe a month and a half ago. I got a photo of it.
You did?
Yeah, I took a photo of him.
What color suit was he wearing?
I believe blue.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, he was on the rooftops over in Legion Square. I was actually up there, dealing with some business, having a meeting, and I look over, the railing, and I see him down there. So I quickly snapped a photo and attempted to follow him.
What car was he driving?
Fuck.
Was it a Jeep?
Yeah, it looked like a Jeep, kinda. I would say, like a SUV. Yeah, I can't really make out the model, to be honest.
Yeah, another one you're talking about.
Oh my god! Thank God.
Okay, and you lost him? Anywhere specific? Yeah.
We were headed past the bridge, like that goes past Mission Road down to like the old autos area.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much crashed out, well, spun out there, and then he was gone. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's no secret in the underground world that I've been trying to pay for information, talk to people, trying to investigate who these people were and why the fuck they're so. Well, I guess I was just curious as to why they were trying to involve like the people around me. I just burped up some nasty shit. Ugh.
I mean, maybe the people around you were involved before you had knowledge of them.
Oh, trust me, that's as the more I guess learned or whatever throughout time, because this was a while ago, I've realized that God knows how many people are involved with this guy and how deep each individual connection goes, and really who was to be trusted. Honestly, they showed up when I was on house arrest. They showed up at the front doorstep there. It was like a crew of them right outside as I was having a smoke. All hopped out the fucking car, stared at me for about, I don't know, 35 seconds, hopped back in the car and left.
Yeah, the red, black, and blue, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of other situations. Sorry. During house arrest, I mean, what do you know about Edgar?
I know a little bit, Edgar.
Yeah, well, he had a lot to say.
About the faceless?
Well, just in general, just, I wouldn't necessarily say about the faceless, just very conspiracy theorist, We had a lot, we talked a lot in there. I mean, we were on fucking house arrest for years. There's not much else to do, so it was very, I wouldn't say specifically mentioned them, just more so, oh, who do you think owns this house? Or, who the fuck do you think, is the company that fucking put us here? Just crazy shit like that.
It does sound like Edgar.
Yeah. So
very interesting man.
He really is.
And what about Cassie Carile? How did she tie into all that?
Cassie Carile was a separate incident. I guess that, well, I broke her out of jail. Because I took a liking to her. Thought she would fit good in the crew down in Cyprus. Thought she would be able to handle it, and when she was broken out of jail, obviously, as an escaped convict, you probably want to lay low, stay out of trouble, but she kept doing the opposite. And it got to a point where, my crew started questioning my ability to lead and why the fuck I was taking on so much risk for somebody that they didn't even know. So I had to make, a difficult decision, and I made it. So.
Were you pressured into that decision by anybody?
I wouldn't say pressured. I definitely felt like I owed it to people to, make the right decision, I guess. I wouldn't really say it was pressure, though. Maybe guilt.
What issue did the faces have with Cassie?
I mean, I don't know. Did they have a connection with her? She's a lifer. I can't remember if I know that on Lang or not.
Yeah, she did.
Pretend like we don't know.
She was marked for death by them. She had a black card on her person when she died. But I think you knew that already.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I remember that. Maybe I do. I have no idea. Regardless, I did not kill her for the faces, if that's what you're trying to insinuate. I don't work for these people. As a matter of fact, I would love to see the days, their days being numbered. which
Is that why you're asking about the Oracle?
What do you mean asking?
I've heard from sources of mine that you've been asking some individuals if they're the Oracle.
Yeah,
what do you know about them?
Well, I do. This is just my theory. Could be completely inaccurate, but I do think the Oracle is potentially somebody who used to work for these people and were somehow burned by them and now has turned vigilante, to say the least. And in my world, I would love to actually find out who he is and meet this individual and see what exactly he knows, or to even see if my theory is correct.
Honestly, it's pretty solid theory.
I mean, from the bits and pieces of things that I've seen him, I guess, put out there in the world, it seems like it comes from a place of like vengeance and anger. So, typically, if you have those emotions, you probably were involved at some point and got fucked over. Could be wrong though, but it's just my theory.
You said he. Have you spoken with them?
I have not. It could be a she.
Okay. What kind of contact have you received from them?
From the Oracle, me personally, 0.
How did you learn about them?
Fuck. Well, first it was Twatter. They twatted out Kiflam a few times, and you know, I'm not sure if you're aware of Epsilon.
I am.
But at the time, I didn't know what the fuck Kiflam meant until a person ran up to me and said, "Kiflam, brother." I'm like, okay, this is fucking weird. And then when I was locked up, I met a lifer in there who kind of, you know, gave me a brochure, gave me an entire rundown of that place. So naturally, when I got out, I wanted to, you know, go over there and learn more. And lo and behold, Destiny put me there because I had to do my community service hours over there. So, and there is where I learned, you know, bits and pieces of info, but nothing really concrete. Like I said, just seems like a vengeful person.
Yeah, I get similar vibes, or at least someone that wants to do the right thing for a change. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the right thing probably for the wrong reasons, but yeah.
Maybe.
Well, likely, I think. I could be wrong, but it's my feeling, gut feeling. What a great interview! Wow.
Okay. You mentioned, you know, the people around you have had a lot of contact with the faces and stuff. As of currently, is that a hostile relationship? And again, I'm not here to investigate you or your friends or anything like that. I'm just trying to get the lay of the land.
I don't know if hostile, maybe hostile. They definitely have it out for me in some shape, way, or form. I mean, they vaguely threatened me on numerous occasions. They never really took any sort of action with those threats. But now, as I learned here, apparently it seems like they're hardcore monitoring me, and I guess my properties or whatever. The interesting thing about this organization is. Well, at least interesting to me, there was people that I was very close with who I thought I knew a lot about. Turned out that they were involved in things much deeper than I ever thought they could be involved in, and they were, you know, in very good, very good reputation or standing with these people.
I assume you're not going to tell me who.
I mean, if you want to turn off the recording, I'll tell you.
Sure. Let's see if he's going to be suspended at 1719. That's your offer.
All right, well, now you have to pretend like when you turn off the recording, I didn't tell you shit. I told you to go fuck yourself, but, well, Edgar, Clark, Mason, obviously Larry Knox.
Okay. Is you and Clark still... You know what? I don't really care about your personal relationships. Okay, this interview's going to be recommencing. Let me press. Interview recommencing at 2020. Thank you for nothing, Mr. Buddha. So, okay. Gunnar, what am I missing? Have I missed anything yet off the list there?
Let me check my notes.
I would like to also say, sorry to interrupt, if you don't mind.
Yeah, what's up?
I do believe there's a lot of people involved everywhere. People even, maybe even in your house. Or the houses around you. DOJ, DOC, PD, DCSO, hospital, etc.
That's a big accusation. I assume you have some kind of information to back that up.
Yes. Well, kinda. I mean, I don't have concrete proof if that's what you're asking. I mean, if I did, this would be exposed already, right?
Right. But you have something, so what is it?
I believe Barrick is somehow involved. I believe what's his fucking name? Tyler Peters? Tyler Peters? Is that his name?
Yeah.
I believe he's somehow involved. I believe trying to think, there's just so much information spanning months right now. Oh, the mayor?
Which one?
It's up to you to find out.
Okay.
But yeah.
And all right, so for Barrick and Peters, what exactly have you heard or found out that suggested that they're working with a terrorist organization?
Dude, this is so much information that I have to detangle my brain on what I actually know. Well, here's a problem, right? The more I speak, the more I realize I don't know either of you. So I might just walk out this door and right straight into a black van, straight to a black site, and just execute it. So
that's not going to happen, Mr. Buddha. I can assure you.
Right, but with all due respect, people that I've known, or at least I thought I've known for a very long time, involved in this shit, and I never had any idea. So what's to say that people I don't even know very clearly could be involved in this shit, right?
That's fair. I can tell you, I've been looking into these guys for 5 months now. They had my phone number and called me the same day I started looking into them, which was the day after Larry got attacked down at the bodega. And I've been shot at by their helicopters several times. They've tried to murder my ass. They've tried to murder, I think, every member of the marshal office at this point. But I understand. I get it. Well, I understand if you don't want to tell me. So, listen. I understand your concerns, and they've been concerns of mine too. When it comes to government officials. Okay. Are you actively attempting to work against the faceless?
I mean, the truth is, I wouldn't say actively work against. I mean, there's not really much I can do against some sort of powerful, corporate terrorist cell, whatever the fuck you want to brand them as. But I do tend to try and gather information here and there.
Gunnar, you got any questions for Mr. Bitter regarding the faces?
Not that I can think of right now. If I have any, I'll pop up.
Well, circling on to something a little bit different is you'd mentioned the house arrest.
Yeah.
Did Edgar tell you about the visitor he got down? Well, not the faces, another individual that was stood on the rooftop opposite.
I don't think so.
There was an individual who was on the roof with a hood on and some strange wooden face mask and a chest plate. And officers told me, I wasn't on scene, and it was in the report, that when they went up onto the roof, the guy was gone, and all there was a crow flying away. And the reason I'm asking you about this is a very long time ago. You know Oshira? She was a marshal.
Remind me.
Oshira Petrol. She was a marshal.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. I think I've met her before, right?
Probably. She got blue hair.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
She got delivered a book to the marshal office. It was delivered directly to her or for her. And in that book, I'm going to read it.
What?
Careful, Oshira. You're a target of the other one. Just remember, in life, death comes swiftly and in many forms. Beware of the Dark Lord, a shadowy figure filled with power and rage, with claims of turning into a crow. The cure lies within a few in this city, the real cure. Find them. Beware of the faceless. They have much more power than many assume. Their plans bigger than any before. Trust no one. A storm is coming, and within that storm a figure. Beware of him. You ever heard this before?
Never in my life have I heard this before.
Why did that book have your DNA on it?
I am not sure.
What do you know about the man who can turn into a crow?
Well, I mean, if you were to ask me that, I don't believe anybody can do that. You're asking the wrong
That's
person.
not true.
What do you mean?
I think you believe a lot of things, yeah.
Like what?
I mean, based on who I think you are as a person, I reckon you were a skeptic who, as of recently, is not so much skeptical anymore.
Wait, how does he know that?
Because you've seen some shit.
And what makes you come to that conclusion exactly?
My job to know things, Mr. Buddha.
I'm very impressed, actually. Very impressed.
I'm ask again, because an unfortunate part of my job is dealing with individuals like Norman Bones. And so when I hear about an individual that turns into a crow on a rooftop, it piques my interest. And right now, from that book, that's the only time I've ever heard of anything like that before.
This is so bad. Okay. So the book. I don't want to burst your bubble here, but I will be honest. I did find this book a while ago. And the part you read with like the plague and shit, I thought it was fucking hilarious. And I actually had absolutely zero belief in it at the time. And I forgot why, but I was at the Marshals building earlier. I think they were questioning me about some shit. This was so long ago. And then I found the book, and I thought, you know what? Let's go troll the Marshals a little bit. And I added some random shit to the book. And I dropped it off just to fuck with them.
Maybe this was a prank?
Yes. I was genuinely fucking around. I heard bits and pieces of random shit here and there, so I try to, compile it all in one book just to make them, just lose their minds. Yeah.
What the fuck, man? How old are you?
I'm too old.
You too old to be pulling pranks like this?
I mean, it was funny.
Damn it. It wasn't funny.
This was like at the peak of the plague shit when everybody thought they were dying, and I ain't never dealing with some fucking fake ass virus gonna kill me bullshit ever again in my life. I'll tell you that right now.
But it's not fake, is it?
Hell yeah, it's fake. Well, at the time, I guess I believed that, but you are accurate. Some things have transpired, which I guess has made me less, skeptical and made me question more. But it's still hard to believe.
Okay. Okay, well, listen, if you hear anything about that, someone who turns into a fucking crow, I guess you let me know.
You have a photo of this person that you saw?
Yeah.
Wait, can I see it?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
You dig it out.
Oh man, what an insane interview, guys. I was expecting zero of everything that just came out of his mouth.
Wait, I'm gonna send you this via text, but I'm gonna delete it afterwards, okay?
Understood.
Is this is you, right?
Yeah, did you just call me with that 817?
Yes, yeah.
Dude, I love RP like that. It just completely takes me by surprise. What a wrench in all the
That's the
fucking...
photograph.
Oh my god, he's got a clear ass image. Interesting.
You never seen anybody like that before?
This is the first time I've ever seen this. Looks like a, you know, excuse my harshness here. Looks like a fucking nerd loser in cosplay. Just talk to the guild about this?
No, but I do need to talk to the guild that
What, are they involved?
about some other stuff.
I
In what?
saved the image, motherfucker.
This is I'll be straight up honest with you, Mr. Buddha. The past 5 months, this whole thing, you seen the May of the guy with the red string? You know, that's been me. This spreads the whole city, and I'll be honest, there is ties that I'm not going to go into details between the terrorists and all this shit at the lighthouse. And I need to speak to the guild regarding that. Not to do with the terrorist side of things, but the other side of things.
What is your goal here?
My job as a marshal is to protect the state from terrorists and treasonists and anything that might threaten it. That's my goal. So my goal is to take down the faceless.
All right, I mean, just curious.
Have you ever been called the ferryman?
Oh, here we go with this bullshit again. Yes, I have.
By who?
By Edgar.
Why does he call you that?
I don't know. He something about him going crazy. Some shit happened to him, and while he was, I guess, had a psychotic break, he saw me on a boat or some shit.
In purgatory?
Yeah, sure. I guess, yeah. I don't know. He said he was stuck on an island or something. So he saw me in a boat, and he calls me the ferryman. Actually, his cousin calls me the ferryman more than he does, but yeah.
Benicio?
What was that?
Benicio calls you the ferryman.
I don't know his name. I just know him as Edgar's cousin, respectfully.
That's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Why does he's I've seen him write your name as Lank with a K at the end. Is that representative of anything?
I don't think Edgar, made it far in the educational system.
Hey, he's an intelligent bloke in his own way.
Yeah, agree to disagree.
Okay. Gunnar, have I got anything left that I need to ask Mr. Lang here?
Negative, not that I can tell.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's everything, Mr. Lang. Have you got anything you'd like to ask in return?
Not really. Honestly.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming down. I'm going to be ending this interview at 1936 UT. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Lang. I appreciate you coming down. I appreciate the honesty and the transparency.
Yeah, man, no problem.
If anything does happen to you or your friends or anything, maybe give me a call or a text and let me know about it.
All right, will do.
I appreciate that. Any contact from the faces, I'd appreciate you letting me know about that as well.
Of course, yeah. I mean, there's, with all the respect, you guys might be the faceless and I might die in the next 5 minutes. So if that's not the case, though, then yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, in 10 minutes, you'll know whether we're trustworthy, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Lang.
Good day, gentlemen. Take care. Absolutely insane. Interview, that was great. Holy shit, Dark knows a lot. Len got cooked. Len got a little cooked there for sure. I mean, we were just not prepared for that, right? Like, who had any idea those questions? He came in hot too. Like, the first question was like, "Yo, Rooster's rest, bruh."